morning, sunshines. Happy Saturday. I am in the same spot I have been for the last 3 days with the same hairdo of not doing my hair for the last 3 days. So I guess I'm really comfortable doing this with you guys now. Anywhere, anyhow, any amount of Oxycontin or hydrocodone or whatever. This is what we do. So Saturday morning, good morning, sunshines. How are you doing? Drop your good morning, sunshine. Drop if you're a rewatch so I can see that later. If you're here for the first time, morning, Carlton. Maybe sometimes I'm not as loopy, but these last couple days I am post-surgery. So just, maybe visit one of my other videos too. Today's going to be short and sweet. Morning, Rhea. How are you doing? Because I am still kind of just all jacked up over here. Morning, Carissa. And we're going to talk about suffering, but before we do that, we do our miracle morning together. Some of you guys are starting to pop on that are regulars, that are used to putting in your good morning sunshine or your GMS, and then sharing something that you're grateful for this fine day. So do that first. Morning, Tina. Today really is about participation. I'm going to ask for some of your guys' answers, and I don't know how many I'll be able to read, but I am going to ask some questions. So morning, Veronica. How's it going? I have gratitude this morning for... well, always for so many different things, but for the ability to actually dress myself, boom, nailed it, and put my little guy on. And this ice pack, I have so much gratitude for this thing. You guys ever seen one of these? Where it just hooks into a machine and ices the heck out of your body? It is the best! So those are my gratitudes for this morning, among a million other things. You guys share yours, and if you're on a certain day of your miracle morning, will you share that with me too? So I know that there's a handful of you that have been doing this since February with me, or just on your own. So let me know where you're at. Let's see. Okay, so did you guys know that hydrocodone makes you feel like you're have the biggest dry mouth ever all the time? So it makes me talk less. It's cool, right? Okay, I want to talk about suffering today. And I wasn't sure how to put that. There's so many different ways that I could have wrote it, but it's not necessarily suffering, but it's about asking for help. So here's my question. I'm really actually posing this to you guys. One, so that I'm not jabbing as much, and two, because I'm just curious, because all of us were raised a little bit differently of what we accept as reach outs of people helping us, whether that's helping us physically, helping lift us up, helping helping by contributing to what do you need for the kids or whatever it is. And some people really accept help and assistance, and some people would rather suffer for some reason, would rather make it difficult because it makes them feel tough or superior. I'm not really sure. That could be part of the reasons. And I'm one of the latter people that I'm just kind of teasing about. Conventionally in my life, I don't really reach out for a lot of help or assistance. And even when people do offer that, I'm no, I can handle this on my own. I've created this really independent, I don't need anybody sort of personality over my lifespan. And that's just kind of the person that I've become until lately, where I've taken some recognition to it. So examples would be, when I'm physically unable to do something, right? Even right now, morning Rodney, how's it going? Morning Sonia, where I would be trying to carry 18 things and people well, can I help you out? And traditionally, you guys, I was nope, I'm cool. I can get it myself, right? So that's the traditional me, my traditional mindset that I have. Another example would be even this morning, I woke up, morning Mandy, how are you? I want to see your baby so bad. How I woke up and I was you know what? It's been 2 days. I'm not going to take my pain meds. It's only at a 2 or 3. And then the pain started settling back in. And I was oh, do I suffer or do I not? Do I tough it out or do I not? And my answer traditionally has been suffer. It makes you tough. Taking that's weak. I had this asking for help or getting something that makes you feel better perceived as weak, when really what I've discovered is that it takes strength to ask for help. It takes strength to acknowledge that there's things that are out there that could make your experience better, even when you're going through some life, right? And so I wasn't going to take anything this morning, and I was well, this is ridiculous. I'm not, this is not an addiction thing. I'm on day 3, right? I can take this and feel better for a couple more days, or I cannot and feel like crap for the next couple days. What's the right answer there? And where usually it would be just feel like crap, because that makes you tough, Callie. That makes you so tough. That's not really true, right? And another big example for me was when I got my concussion almost 2 years ago. I don't even know when, maybe 2 years ago. And I literally couldn't do things. I was incapable of a lot of different things, including work a lot, where I had to be humble and ask people for help. which was really challenging for me. And some of you might be in the same like way where you're like, I can do it all. Like, I don't need help from anybody. Like, I've got this. And I get it that you've got this, but what if you could get it and enjoy the moment a little bit better, right? If you could have a little bit of help, a little bit of assistance, and actually receive that, what would that look like for you, right? And for me, as I started to practice, it was really, really hard at first. And then I started having some conversations with people where I had a realization that a lot of people, they love by giving. Morning, Melissa, when I'm going to see you, you're in town, right? Girl. So a lot of people share their love and their friendship with acts of services or with giving. Have you guys read the 5 love languages? Anybody? So you discover how people show love? So there's people out there that really want to help, and helping makes them feel good. And what I realized is that my consistent denial of anybody helping out with anything created, one, like attention, like, well, don't ask her because she's never going to say yes. And two, that other person who just wanted to reach out and like hug on me, love on me, now feels kind of rejected because you're not allowing them to do that. So it's just a different way to think about, you know, letting people in, letting people help you out. Yes, great book. Inviting people to be a part of your life. And when you do that, you guys, I think one thing that was scary for me is that I actually have to give myself, when I ask somebody for help, I'm actually like giving a piece of me to them as they're helping me out. And that creates like the share, like we talk about sharing in here, how when you're sharing with one another, you connect more and you can grow together more, but it's also a little scary, right? Like you're not used to that sort of situation. So I'm just looking for, like, I'm so dizzy and dry mouth right now, so I'm going to like be really short today. I'm looking for your guys' opinions of why do you like to help other people? Why do you like to help them through their suffer or whatever that is? What does that do for you emotionally? How are you receiving? Like, are you good at receiving or are you good at giving for like just help or compassion, right? And if you are, you have, like if you've been through something, share with us. Like for me, I went through a pretty distinctive change of actually like letting people be like help me now, or like taking my medicine when I'm supposed to. Like that's not normal me. And that's a big transition. So do you guys have any transitions? Do you have any recommendations of what that would look like in your life if somebody just needs a hug, right? Just needs a little bit of help here or there, and what that could do for all of us if we not only poured into one another, but if we accepted one another pouring into us, right? Because I love to pour into people. When people like pour into me, I'm like, ooh, like it feels uncomfortable. So learning to accept that recognition in those pieces, right? So share with me your opinions. Like I said, super short Saturday today. I hope you guys have an incredible weekend. Good morning, Christy. Right down the street. Let's start doing these together. We could have been together this whole time. So I'm going to go drink a gallon of water and get myself all fixed back up. If you guys are just joining, Nikki, good morning. How are you? Pop over to the beginning and make sure today I want to hear about, like I would love to hear about your coping mechanisms for the like suffering less, or what do you accept, or what makes you tough or not tough, or does that even matter? Are we just making stuff up? And what does it feel like for you to give? So anything that you have to share on the subject, we would love to see it. And I definitely won't be here tomorrow morning because it's Sunday and I don't do any screens on Sunday. Hey, Dare, no screen Sunday. See what you guys can do. See if you guys can get off your computers, your phones, the TV, and just see what happens with your life. Yeah? Okay, I'm going to take my pill butt off this thing and go do life. Love you all. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Oh, dear God.